Hi everyone, welcome to Hunter Gatherer Cooking. I'm still at the Stalking Show 2024. It's been a fantastic weekend so far, and I'm joined by Annette Woolcock, who is Head of Wild Food at BASC. And we also have a very strong connection to the Eat Game Awards, which we were all at recently. So thank you for joining me.
That's fine. It's a pleasure to be here.
Are you enjoying the show?
Yes, it's been very hectic.
It's been very hectic.
Yes.
It's been slightly less hectic today, I think.
Yes,
But
much more chilled
very,
today.
very good weekend.
Yes, they should be very pleased with what they've done here, actually.
Yeah. I mean, BASC is literally just behind us. Unfortunately, you probably can't see it because it's behind the board, but has that side of it been going well? I'm assuming you're raising awareness.
Yes, we're raising awareness, but I've been down on the World Kitchen all the time, the theatre
and that
down
will
there.
definitely be hectic with
down
Jose
with
and Rachel and things
yes,
like that.
Yeah.
So you haven't really had much to do with this end then?
No, I've been down there all the time. Haven't managed to get away at all, so...
Okay. Shall we talk about, I know, but shall we talk about who BASC are and what they do? I know that's quite basic, but do you want to sort of talk about what the memberships go into and what's hot at the moment, I suppose, for you guys?
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of topics going on with us. Well, BASC is the British Association for Shooting and Conservation, which is its long title, and it's a membership organisation. We have about 150,000 members, and we're basically the voice of shooting. We try to protect shooting. That's our main goal, is to protect shooting so that everybody can enjoy shooting as they do today forever. But also we are very keen on instilling best practice to make sure that what we do is done the right way.
Yeah.
And one of our priorities is the food, which is where my side comes in. We have very strong ethics about you must always eat, or there should always be a market for what you shoot. You don't necessarily have to eat it yourself, but we should always have a market for it. So that's what we do.
Yeah. I mean, I as a beginner and novice into this world, being brutally honest, 2.5 years ago, I had no idea who you were. I had no idea who any of this was, to be honest. But I have regularly heard of, members, because I know they're members of BASC, and advice, a lot of advice that they take. I've heard it for applications to firearms. I know that you can sort of help out with that and give wording, give advice and things like that. So it's cropped up quite a lot there. But you also offer insurances and things like that, don't you?
We do, yes. We offer insurance so that actually if something happens when you're out shooting, you're not left with a huge liability. You're actually insured, you're covered. So that I think is very important, because it's not necessarily always yourself. It could be a third party, which I think is very important that third party is covered.
Yeah.
But like you say, we do a lot of advice and information. The firearms department are particularly busy. They get asked all different types of questions.
I bet.
We have a lot to do on the legal side.
Right.
We work very strongly with the police. We work very strongly with making sure that the police are doing their job properly.
And being fair.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we've also been working on very strongly on GL42 and GL45, which are the licenses over the special sites of interest, scientific interest. So that's release of pheasants on those sort of areas.
Yeah. And of course the education and the magazines that come out.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a lot to it.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot to it.
Yeah, there's about 145 of us in total at BASC.
That's a lot.
It is, yes. We're a big organisation.
An awful lot, really.
Yeah. A lot of them are out in the regions.
Yeah.
And then we've got the sort of heads and the experts at head office.
Yeah. And, within reason, whenever there's an event of some description, there's normally a BASC person there.
Yes.
From the things that I know. Now, how much involvement did you have then for the Eat Game Awards?
I run the Eat Game Awards.
Because I've got questions.
Oh, right, okay.
I just want to know, how did I win mine? Because there was a lady on, I forget what her name was, she came on, but she told me that she was a judge or one of the judges on the panel for the influencer one.
Yeah.
And I said, do you know what you were being looked at? Now, do you know what the sort of measures were and things like that?
Yeah, I've got a scoring criteria for each category.
And is it different?
It's different per category, because obviously there's different. Well, you favour different things.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
but across the board, there are things like social media and PR across them all. How well do people do that? But for influencer, for instance, it's down to not necessarily how many people you influence, it's how you influence them. The audience you're influencing, is it a new audience? Is it something that shooting hasn't got to yet? How well you've done in that year.
Yeah.
So for instance, we had Scott Ray, I think, or is he an educator? I can't remember now.
He was an educator.
Yeah.
He missed the boat, literally.
He does a huge amount. He has like 1 million followers.
I know.
But
that's why I assumed.
Yeah, but he doesn't always win, because it's what he's done in that year, or what the person has done in that year. What they've actually achieved in that year, because otherwise we would just have the same person all the time. And that's why we judge the top 3 now, because it always used to be down to the public vote.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of a popularity sort of contest,
okay,
really.
That's good to hear, then.
Yeah. So we judge the top 3. So we put it out to who we think is an expert in that area.
Right.
For instance, we've got Tim Muddens, who does the added food product. He judges those. Yeah. And obviously, with his background as a chef and very much in country foods, he's very apt at doing that.
Right.
And yes, and so we judge them and against this scoring criteria, and the best people win. It's not necessarily about who's most popular.
I got asked so many times, how, and I was like, I'm not entirely sure, and I explained the process of, sort of the build up to get
the nominations
and then the votes and things like that. And then I sort of got to the end, and I was just like, I've no idea what you're being judged on as such. Yeah. But
if anybody wants to see the criteria at any stage, I'm very happy to show it. It's not something that's
all right,
secret.
not knowing, I think.
Yes, probably is. Yes.
But it was a fantastic night, wasn't it?
Absolutely
fantastic.
Everybody said that moment where we went under Tower Bridge with all the lights on Tower Bridge and the bridge opened was very special.
I haven't done that before.
No, on a lot of people's bucket
may not
list.
do it ever again for all I know. You never know what happens. But it was a really special night. Yeah. The weather was good.
Yes.
It was a bit drizzly at the start, but it sort of
very
cleared up.
Yes, because in March it could have been anything. Could have been snowing.
Yeah, absolutely. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. There were some great people there, and nice to network. I met some chefs and things like that.
We have some great people that go along, and people are very passionate about the awards, and I'm always amazed how people go, oh, thank you so much, you don't know what this means to me.
Yeah.
And I think that's always quite special, that actually we're doing something that actually is helping somebody's business.
Bowled over, absolutely. Yeah. But I did not for 1 second think that would ever have happened.
No.
In fact, I don't know, did you hear, what's your podcast guy called?
Oh, Tom, lovely Tom, yes.
So I was just being nosy, I was out the back of the boat, and I saw his equipment, and I was like, "Ooh, what's that? Like that looks fancy." And then he told me who he was and what he did, and he said, "Well, who are you?" I said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm just here to make numbers up, basically." And he thought that was hilarious.
He did, because he actually knew you'd won at that stage.
Yeah. So not for 1 second. Yeah. But the BASC girls were phenomenal. Like the raw, I watched the video back because one of them took the video and that, and. For me, I was just, it's one of those moments where it's just like, that was nice. Yeah. And I think, for me, that's what it's about, just kind of the recognition. And you come to a show like this today, and everyone here is sort of, it's for the same, different reasons, but for the same community.
Yeah. Well, that's why we started up the awards, really. It was because there are so many people like you and so many small businesses, the ones that go to the farmers market with their pies and things like that are doing just such a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And they welcome people to game so much more than I could possibly do in my job, because we just can't do everything, and they're just doing such a fantastic job, and to see them rewarded, I think it's just really nice. And it it's a great marketing tool for their business as well.
Oh, it's amazing. Like, again, all the different sponsors and things who sponsor each category, I thought that was great. Everything about the night was just brilliant.
Yeah. Well, this year Waitrose won Best Supermarket, but last year Aldi won it. And in the summer, when they put their burgers on the shelf, they put the Eat Game Awards winner sticker on their burgers, which was fantastic. They were so proud. A big company like Aldi, they were so proud that they won the Eat Game Awards. They put stickers on their burgers. So that was lovely.
And so are Waitrose going to do that?
Who knows? We wait and see.
If they're watching,
Yes.
hint, get it on the packaging. It's just really important though. Had Joe on earlier, who won Champion of Champions.
Lovely, yeah, he's a lovely man, isn't he?
He's driven a long way, but he's a lovely bloke. We're going to do something together.
Oh, great.
So I'm going down to the college.
Yeah.
And again, we're just continuing the game theme, really. I love what he's doing with the kids.
Yes.
Taking them from such a young age and doing what should be done, in my opinion.
Yes, in every school. Yeah.
And I said to him, the golden question: why is everyone not doing what you're doing?
Yeah.
And I wish they were. I wish they were.
I think it's all down to curriculum and how they're tied in to teach certain things, and it's such a shame. Such a shame.
Well, hopefully things will change. This world is changed. I suppose with BASC, all about the regulations and legislations that
it's
change
changing
on
all the time.
daily basis, probably. Is there anything sort of hot at the moment that people somehow can help with as such? Is there any polls that are going on, any votes, anything like that?
Not at the moment, but always keep an eye on. They have. We've had consultations recently, several consultations, and the members have been fantastic. We've had a really good response. The one in Wales was phenomenal. We had so many responses to that, and it really sways the argument. It really, when they see the numbers, when they see the numbers coming in, and it's in the thousands of people saying, "No, we don't want this. This is not what we want."
And that, I suppose, feeds to a government body, an advisor, department or something like that.
Yeah.
And hopefully it all helps. In terms of membership money and things like that, obviously you rely on the members.
We do.
You can't do it without them.
We can't do it without them.
I'll put some links in the video description so that if you're not a member, then you can have a little look at that. But there's so many benefits of obviously joining BASC and things like that.
There are.
One of them just being, am I right in saying you get into, is it just the game fair? Or
you get into the game fair free.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone told me that. I was just like, really?
Yes. And the National Shooting Show as well.
Is it that one as well? So
yes.
Is it just the two?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So no, that's well worth it. Well, I've had a great weekend.
Good.
When did you come up?
I came up on Friday.
So you have been here the whole time?
3.5 hour journey that took 6 hours.
Where did you come from?
I live on Dartmoor.
Ah, right. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's quieting down now. We are towards the end of the day.
Yeah.
If you couldn't come to the show, then I would thoroughly recommend it for next year. David and the team are not going anywhere. This is going to be here year on year. It seems to be going from strength to strength at the moment. This is the first year that I've been here, certainly doing anything like this. We've got some ideas already for next year, so we're looking forward to it. If you can give the video a like and hit that subscribe button, that'd be absolutely amazing. I've got more videos coming, but thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you for asking me.
And we'll see you soon for the next video.